Welcome to Seer of the Times. I want to show you a direction that the Bible gives us in Deuteronomy 11, verse 30. And he's talking about Mount Ebal and Mount Gerizim. And it says, you know these two mountains are west of the Jordan River in the land now controlled by the Canaanites living in the Jordan River Valley. The mountains are west of the road near the sacred trees of Moreh on the other side of Gilgal. I'm going to show you a couple maps and you tell me which one of these maps does this direction fit. So this is a map of the Middle East where they tell us Gilgal is Mount Ebal, Mount Gerizim, and Moreh. Except for here they call it Mount Moreh. And the Bible gave us a direction. So here we see down on the lower middle, it says Gilgal. Let's look and see what the Hebrew meaning of Gilgal is. As we can see here, the meaning of the word Gilgal is a circle of stones, a wheel, or a rolling away. Let's look and see what the location in the Middle East looks like and see if it matches this description. Well, this is interesting. It calls this area a kibbutz. And it says Gilgal is an Israeli settlement organized as a kibbutz in the West Bank located in the Jordan River Valley. And you can read the rest of this. Well, let's look and see what a kibbutz is. Well, it says a kibbutz is a collective of farm or settlement in modern Israel. So it's a community. An Israeli community or communal form of agriculture settlement. Originally, it was predominantly agriculture and practice a very high level of sharing, including collective rearing of children. Well, that's not the biblical description that the Bible gives of Gilgal. So let's look at some more of the directions that the Bible gives and see if anything else matches. So Deuteronomy tells us that the two mountains, Mount Ebal and Gerizim, were both on the west side of the river of the Jordan, and they are, but it says it was on the other side of the sacred trees of Moreh. Well, here it's west, but it's northwest of Gilgal, or what they call Gilgal. I want you to notice that in this picture, on this map, it shows that the mountains are 17.61 miles northwest of what they call Gilgal. Now I want you to pay attention and see how far away these two mountains are. They're over 2.5 miles away from each other. Now, if we go back in Deuteronomy and look, it says that there was a valley in between and 500,000 went up one mountain and 500,000 went up the other, and they read the blessing and cursings from each other. So you want to tell me how they could hear each other from 2.5 miles away? Now I want you to notice this. They call it Mount Moreh here, and the Bible called them the sacred trees. It mentioned nothing about it being a mountain, and it was right beside the road on the other side of Gilgal, so they were close together. But here on this map, it is 27 miles north of Mount Ebal, and that doesn't even match the biblical directions. How can you possibly begin to agree that this is the biblical location in the Middle East when it doesn't even match the biblical descriptions or the biblical directions that the Bible gives? Now I want you to see this location. As we can see in the green, this is the Jordan River, and it runs from what was called the Sea of Galilee, which is called Lake Utah today, and it runs up into the Great Salt Lake, which the Bible called the Great Salt Sea. And here's another map. on the right-hand side, you will see a blue line. That is the Jordan River. And on the left-hand side of the picture, you will see Gilgal, sacred trees of Moreh, Mount Ebal, and Mount Gerizim. I'm going to show you a closer up picture. As you can see on this map, they are indeed west of the Jordan River, and the two mountains are indeed west of the sacred trees of Moreh and Gilgal. There is also a valley in between, and the two mountains are approximately 3,525 feet apart. Therefore, you could have 500,000 going up one mountain, 500,000 people going up the other mountain, and they could both hear each other from each mountain. Here's a close-up picture of the two mountains with the valley in between, showing you that they are on the west side of the sacred trees of Moreh and Gilgal, like the Bible says. Here's another map of them all together from the north looking south, and you can plainly see that these are indeed two mountains, and they're west of the sacred trees of Moreh and Gilgal. Here's one more picture showing you the valley in between these two mountains. This all matched perfectly with the description and the directions that the Bible gives. So I wanted you to see this on the maps for yourself. The Bible gives very specific directions, and when you pull up the Hebrew meanings, it gives you a description of the areas as well. I've done another video on this already from my trip actually there, so you can see what it looks like. You can go to my TikTok page, or you can go to my YouTube channel, and you can look for this video, and you can look for this video, which is the second part of it, so you can see what it looks like from ground view of actually being there. And it also gives you the Hebrew definitions of both Mount Ebal and Gerizim. So I just wanted to share with you how important it is to follow the biblical directions and pull up the Hebrew meanings, because the Hebrew meanings give you a description of the area, and there isn't anything that matches in the Middle East. If we follow the Bible's directions and pull up the Hebrew meanings, and we discover that they're not in the Middle East, but here in America, you're not going to be deceived. God says if you want His approval, you will study His word and research for yourself. You don't go by what somebody else has said, but you go digging in scriptures and study for yourself. It's very important, and you won't be deceived that way. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next video.